welcome to Freshly Served, the healthy vegan cooking show. I'm Heather, and tonight we are making a beet, mushroom, and almond salad with an orange vinaigrette. I'm excited. Now, I'm doing this with some cooked beets tonight because it's winter. I do also do this same salad in the summer with raw beets, so stay tuned for the summer episodes. So the first thing I started with was the mushrooms, and what I did was slice up the mushrooms really thin, sprinkle some salt and some balsamic vinegar on them. I put them in this plastic container, and I've lost my lid, but I put the lid on, shook it up, and let them sit. They've been sitting for about an hour, and you can see that they're really nice and soft. And you can also see here that the vinegar has come back out of them. So when you first toss them, they're going to suck the vinegar right up. When they've fully marinated, they're going to release their juice as well as the vinegar. And that's when they get this nice soft look. The beets I put in a pot, and I put just a bit of water, so I wasn't boiling them technically. I was kind of steaming them. So the water's in the bottom of the pot and it's boiling. So the bottom of the beet, I guess, is boiling, but the rest of it is actually steaming. And then I peel it, so I did them whole, without the greens, and then I peel it, and I'm going to cut them into chunks. So what I'm actually going to do is quarter this beet first, and then cut it into some nice large chunks. I like to have a good chunk of beet in my mouth, but not too big that you can't fit it in your mouth, because that's never fun. You can see how these beets have stained my board, and they've stained my hand a little bit. You maybe can't tell. I've rinsed them off, but they're still pretty red. I always figure when a food has such a deep color like this, it must have some pretty awesome nutrition going on. And if you look at Chinese medicine, they say that beets stimulate blood circulation and the flow of the liver, and blood, of course, is red, and the liver purifies the blood. So if you think of beets like blood, it pretty much makes sense. Maybe not so appetizing. Maybe I should think of a different story for that. But anyway, okay, so I've got my lettuce chopped up, well, torn up into a salad bowl here, and I like to use the bowl from my salad spinner after I've dried my lettuce to avoid multiple dishes. So I've got the beets chopped up. I'm going to add them to my salad here. And then the mushrooms, and I'll show you close up here so you can see how nice and soft these are, and how much vinegar and mushroom juice has leached out of here. I like this juice, so I'm just going to add it right to the salad. It's mostly balsamic vinegar, so it's going to go nicely with the dressing, which I put together while the beets were cooking and while the mushrooms were marinating. And I've got it in this jar here. Nice way to mix up your salad dressing is to shake it in a jar. And what I've put in here is the zest of an orange. So you zest your orange before you get the juice out, otherwise you won't be able to zest it. And I've used a zester. If you don't have one of these guys, they're pretty cheap, but if you don't have one, you can use a grater. Just be sure you don't grate into the white part of the orange. That's called the pith, and it's bitter, so you don't really want that. Alright, see our salad here. So we've got beets, we've got mushrooms, and I'm going to add some green onion that I have chopped up back here. Just a little bit. I'm a big fan of green onion. If you're not, leave that out. No worries. Okay, I think we're pretty much ready to go. Just give this dressing one last shake. Pour a bit over here. And this dressing made a lot because I used the whole juice of the orange. And what I did was I used equal parts orange juice, balsamic vinegar, and olive oil. Makes a really nice, light, citrusy dressing. Okay, so I just toss this together, and that's pretty much it. We're ready to serve. I've got some toasted almonds on the side that I'm going to sprinkle on top here, just to give it a bit more oomph. There we go, a beautiful beet mushroom salad, and I've got some toasted almonds that I chopped up. Just sprinkle those on top. Makes a absolutely fantastic meal. People don't always think to put beets in a salad, but especially with the orange vinaigrette, so lovely and so filling. You could have it on the side of a grain meal, that's also nice, like a rice stir fry, something like that. But Phil and I love to have this as a meal on its own. So delicious, and sometimes, if you're lucky, it'll stain your tongue bright red. Enjoy!